Hey there, Diane Conklin with CompleteMarketingSystems.com. Do you have a challenge with implementation? Do you have a challenge getting things done, completing things, getting things off your desk, executing? It's interesting. We talk, and when you hear a lot of people talk about implementation, and it's also the biggest question that people ask me, Diane, how do you get so much done? Diane, how do you implement so many things? Diane, I see you everywhere. How do you get all of that done? Well, there's a lot of ways to do it, and obviously I can't cover all of them in a quick video here, but I'll tell you the key to implementation. It's a word that a lot of business owners and entrepreneurs have problems with. The key to implementing, the key to getting things done, the key to completing things and getting them off your desk so that you are not the bottleneck, which is true 98% of the time. If you're involved in your business, you're the bottleneck, you're where things stop, you're the reason, right? Gosh, Diane, you're being so hard on me, you're being so direct. Well, that's just the way it is, right? You are the bottleneck. It's the truth. Let's just deal with a little bit of truth, right? You are the reason that things don't ultimately get done in your business. You just are. It's 90% of the time, 98% of the time. It's the truth. Why? Because you don't focus. As humans, it's so easy to get distracted. There's so many things coming at you all the time, right? I mean, just look at social media alone, right? How do you keep up with LinkedIn and Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and Pinterest and all the different ones now, and it's like they keep coming at you, right? There's new ones developing, Clubhouse, right? There's new things coming all the time. How do you keep up with that, let alone all the day-to-day things that you just have to do in your business? There are a lot of ways, but I'm going to give you one word, and you're probably not going to like the word, right? But think about it for a minute and see if there's not truth in it. The word is focus. The word is focus. What are you focusing on? Because let's face it, what you focus on, you attract and you get more of. Are you focusing on lack or are you focusing on abundance? Are you focusing on what's the one thing I need to complete today? What's the one thing I need to get done today? Right? And sitting down and doing that until it's done. And I know it sounds easy. It's not always easy, right? Because you've got the kids, you've got the team members, you've got your cell phone is blinging, going off, you're getting text messages, the phone's ringing, all these things, right? Thinking, how do I just focus? I'll tell you how I do it. And this doesn't work for everybody, right? But I have set hours that I work. And during those set hours, everything I do is by appointment. So my phone doesn't ring. I keep myself, I have a landline, right? I know that makes me an anomaly and a weirdo and old-fashioned, right? But I turn my cell phone off during the day, or I turn it around so I can't see text messages and calls coming in. Look, I get it. If you have small children or whatever and you can't necessarily do that because you need to be, aware if something happens when they're in school, here's what I'm saying. Do what fits you. Do the things that you need to do. Maybe you get up before they go to school, right? And you spend early morning hours of focused, concentrated time so that you can be a little less, rigid, if you will, a little less disciplined is the word I like to use, right? But so that it fits inside of what it is that you need to do. Or you stay up late at night, whatever fits it for you, right? I work off of my calendar. And we'll tell you, I have a client who came to one of my events, and I was talking about this, and what I said was, glue your butt to the chair and get your work done. And once you finish, then you can go play. You can do whatever, right? And a week later, she sent me a message, and she said, Diane, I've gotten more done in the last week than I've gotten done in the last 90 days because I took your advice and I glued my butt to the chair, right? Look, I get it. You get up to go to the bathroom and you see dirt or you see dust, or right, especially if you work from home, which a lot of us do. It's easy to get distracted by those little things. Glue your butt to the chair and get things done. This gal, in the year that we started working together after she came to my event, she made she went from making about a $500,000 business to about $1.5 million that year. And when we talked about it, the thing she said to me was, one thing that I changed, Diane, and that was setting my hours and working when I said I was going to work, right? And here's the great part about this, right? Is that I'm not talking about working 24/7. I'm not talking about working all the time. I'm talking about, pretty much what I do. I work from either 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, depending upon the day, and when I'm, I might grab a workout in the morning, right? I'm blessed because I have a Peloton here at the house, and I can do a quick bike ride before I start. But I start at 8 or 9 o'clock, and I finish at 4. And let me tell you what happens at 4 o'clock. This is Monday through Friday. 4 o'clock, I go change my clothes. I put my workout clothes on. I feed the dogs, and I go to the gym. 4 o'clock, right? Some of you are like, oh my gosh, how do you do that, Diane? Well, then you come home and work all night, right? No, I don't. I might work an hour or two in the evenings. It's a rarity. I might do that 2 nights a week. I take 90% of the weekends off. I take 95% of every holiday weekend off, and probably 95% of a 3-day weekend I turn into a 4-day weekend. Why? Because that's the way I want to do it. That's the way I've set things up, right? Nice collar that's been up this whole time, right? That's how I want to run my life and my business. You have the freedom to do the same thing. You just have to, and because of that, because I know I don't want to work the weekends, and because I know I'm going to be done at 4 o'clock, because going to the gym and working on that part of my life is just as important to me as my business, I know that I have to focus during the hours that I'm working during the day. And so that's really what it comes down to. What are you focusing on? What do you want to get completed today? What do you want to get completed this week? What needs to be completed this month? And what's your 90-day goal for your completion? If you work like that, trust me when I tell you, your productivity will double, triple, quadruple, 10 times, which guess what? When your productivity increases, your team's productivity increases, which means your profitability increases. What if you could double just by doing this one thing, by implementing and focusing and working in these daily, weekly, monthly, 90-day increments? What if you could double or 10 times your income in the next 12 months? Here's the thing, you can. You can. I have a client right now who came to me several years ago and didn't believe. She'd been in business 15 years, had written 5 books, was very well known, wasn't making a lot of money because her business model was flawed. We changed her business model. We've got her now, instead of traveling and doing all these things that she was doing, she's working from home in several different programs. One's a continuity program. She's developed a product. She's done all sorts of things. But the bottom line is she went from somebody who would have been happy making, $100,000 a year to making $500,000 a year. Oh, essentially overnight. It wasn't overnight, but it was within about a year and a half. From in debt to out of debt and making $500,000 a year. You can do that too by focusing and implementing. And I want to show you exactly how to do that at the Action Accelerator Event. It's a virtual event coming up in November. Check it out. Go to actionaccelerator.com. If you have questions, hit me up. Let me know. Here's the thing I will tell you. Do whatever it takes to block out that time to get to this event, because I guarantee you it's not only will it change your life, it's going to change your business, and it's going to change what happens for the rest of the year, and it will change exponentially what happens in 2022. That's not just a promise. That's not some blank thing that I'm telling you. I'm telling you that based on the experiences of other people that have come, people who tell me that they get more done in the 2 full days, because that's what it is. It's 4 days, a half days, right? So 2 full days, then they've gotten done in the 90 days previous, because we're going to implement at the event. This isn't me just talking to you or whatever. This is us implementing and actually getting things done. Imagine getting more done in 2 days with me, 2 full days, right? So 4 half days, 2 full days than you got done in the previous 30 days, 60 days, or 90 days. It'll happen if you focus and attend and give me your attention. I can change your life and your business. You're going to change it. I can just help you. Check it out. Go to actionacceleratorevent.com. I hope to see you there. I'm Diane Conklin with CompleteMarketingSystems.com. Until next time, make it a great day.